Yes.
Multiple questions.
Yeah.
One of the questions is you talked about collecting a private data set in your environment. How much data did you have and how much did you use for training versus testing?
Okay. So the question is how basically which are the ways we collected our data and so on. So we collected something like 10 gigabytes of data because that stuff is producing something like 600 megabytes per hour of traffic. And we randomly choose a shot of 600 megabytes for the training. And then we had the other 1 gigabyte and 200 megabytes for testing. Again, randomly chosen. So we just decide what to use as training, and it was like left there for the Poseidon test, and then we had to clean it for the Sphinx test. And with the testing phase, we just look at it inside to find out the attacks.
How many users would say there were?
1,000 per hour.
No, how many users?
We were doing that. You mean we were?
How many users you had for the server when you were collecting data?
Mm-hmm.
How many users or how many people were using the system?
1,000 per hour.
Users?
Yeah, they were. We had. Unfortunately, there is. I believe that most of them were like automatic scanner or something like this, but there is that kind of people looking at.
Did you also look into any other training mechanisms? Because I think neural networks they might be okay, but I think they're very slow. It takes them forever to train.
Yes. Right now we are evaluating other techniques. Unfortunately, I think that doing that in an unsupervised way, because that is the problem, that it must be unsupervised, because anyhow we are getting again inside the circle. If I have to put somebody clicking yes or no to classify the attack before feeding the system, we are again wasting human time. We are currently evaluating them. But because in that moment you are in an offline, you can do that also offline. The training of the system can be done offline. So in that moment, exactly as I told you, that's what we want to test when we are doing the real life test. We want to especially to test the online capabilities of the system.
Okay. And the last question is, you talked about using regular expressions
Yes.
for signatures and to clean up the data. Do you think it will pose as a limitation if there is a small deviation? Because regular expressions are very fussy about stuff. If there is a slight change in your data, it will just reject it.
Okay, that is a good point. Let's say that the data that that came to our web server was really random most of the time. So that's why I would like to see it also in the real world, because I believe that there is more regularity. But anyhow, if there is something really random, then we will just use the raw data model, and in that case, it's quite working good. So we will complete. That's why I said for some parameter, for most of the short text parameter, you can generate the signature. Because if it's really random, then of course you cannot. Like I showed you the signature that I showed you before. Like, what was that? I lost it. Anyhow, there are some limitation, of course, in the way you can generate the regular expression. So for most of the parameters, it's working. And you can come out with something. What I would say is that the best solution to do is to combine at the same time like mod security and these on the same machine, and when like mod security is routing or leading the first time of the first part of the analysis, and then our system is leading the second part. So if mod security can already find out something, good. Otherwise, you have to go for like a hybrid system combining anomaly and signature-based techniques. Any other questions? Yeah. Not yet. It's also not yet, because the problem here is that unfortunately I have a user committee and they think that they can patent this or something like this. So let's say that we are discussing how to disclosure this, but If you can look at my webpage, you can find the paper. In the paper there is like pseudocode, and trust me, you can take out again the real C++ code that we made. Okay. Any other question? Yes?
What about non-parameter attack vectors like host headers and parameters that are wrapped in XML?
Well, because this is okay, this is good. This is working really good because it's text-based. Because HTTP is really text-oriented. So we didn't test it yet with like pure web services, exchanging XML. But in that case, I would say that we could use, again, the raw data model, and then it's really working good. Poseidon was really achieving good result with text-based content. So I would rely on the raw data model. You can process everything. Because, for example, when we were testing Poseidon on the network packet, we were considering everything. So from the header till the end of the stream, everything was inside, and it was really behaving good. Any other question? Yes.
What about post requests?
Well, the post requests are usually used. Inside you can find or either like parameter like we have seen, like username and password, for example. The password would be really a good candidate for the length, to be used with the length information to catch any kind of attempt.
But it does generate rules based on post traffic.
On what? Sorry?
But the system does generate rules based on observed traffic.
Yeah. Yeah. If the point is that, for example, what I wanted to say, if you have a post and you're posting a picture, for example, that is completely binary, you cannot get out any rule from that. So you can, in that case, you will rely on the raw data model. But for anything that is shorter than 15 characters and it's like function, add, delete, equal, or whatever it is, it's really working good, the generation of the grammars of the regular expression. Any other question? So, thank you to have been here.